Kidding. Hey, good morning, Christa.
Good morning, Karen. I'm
It's
good. How are
me.
you?
I am great. I'm great. I'm a little tired because, as you know, I've been busy bringing my mama to Alabama, which is so exciting.
That is
And
exciting.
yeah, I know. And great to be back home in Puppyville. Two of the puppies now have homes. So Raven got adopted by a family with a 12-year-old little girl that is just ecstatic to have her. And Hank the Tank, which used to be Frank the Tank, is now in with my niece Danielle and her soon-to-be husband. So both puppies have homes. It's all exciting. How about you? How's your life going?
My life is going great. I guess that's chai latte we can hear in the background.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Not happy.
Life is good. Spring has sprung. It's finally warm here, and yay.
I know,
I'm a
right?
spring person.
And things are
So
reopening.
things are reopening in my little town. It's kind of a 50-50 balance. Depends on sort of how your comfort level is. But if you went out today in the car, stopped at a store, went to a restaurant, you're going to see a blended mix of people that are ready to roll and those that are very, very cautious. And I think there's a fine line there, right?
Right.
And we all have to find that way and make sure we're following all guidelines required for our state, cities, and counties. Because what you and I both have learned is it's different everywhere.
It's different. So, y'all, we are going to talk today about what we're doing to get reopened. And as we look at state by state, like Christa said, area by area, it's so different. We're trying to go to Montana. That's our plan currently, quote unquote plan, because we are ready to go to plan B or plan C or plan D. But we currently are planning to go to Montana, and Montana has some very interesting restrictions that are kind of confusing, I guess. So we don't know if we fall into a mandatory quarantine when we enter the state of Montana. We think we do, which would, be a little difficult. But we wanted to talk to you more about, sorry. Oh my gosh. I apologize for the puppy in the background. She does not want to take her nap. This is what time she normally takes her nap. It's real life, y'all. I just can't. Like your homes probably have some craziness too. And if they don't have craziness, please tell me how you don't have craziness. I would love to know how we don't have crazy. Because right now I'm very fortunate because we moved my mom yesterday. So I have my sister, my niece, my mom. My hubby stayed home to help get her settled, and a little puppy and 2 dogs and a cat. So it's chaos.
It's like Christmas home week or holiday week, right?
It's fun. So precautions. We are going to get on the road, but we are taking extreme precautions to try to keep our staff and our guests, our clients, safe and preserved. And so now my husband is working on a knife and he's downstairs drilling.
I hear him. Real life. So that needs to be like, okay, here's the thing. At the end of this is what we'll do different for the giveaway this time. Instead of just like, comment, and share, we'll ask them to tell us what sounds they heard during the live, right? So far we have chai latte and we have knife drilling. So those are the first two. Who knows what will happen next?
In a second, my mom's going to come down the stairs and be like,
good morning. Anything's possible, right? I mean, at some point,
I'm going to mute this for 1 second.
All right, you mute that. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit, right? So Karen mentioned our goal and our plan, and if you've seen our press release, is that our first stop is in Montana. And that's just a goal. We've got some plans. We've got that plan in place. And as long as we can meet the guidelines, particularly the requirement as, do we have to have a 14-day stay, not only for us coming into your state, but we also had to look at our instructors when they travel back home. Where are they going home to? And is there going to be a 14-day stay required for them to shelter in place before they can return to normal activities? If normal activities are actually a thing now, I'm not sure. So that's where we started. But before we got there, before we even thought, can we go on the road, is how do we go on the road? How do we find our way through all of the guidelines, requirements, put out by the CDC and our government to help keep us safe, as well as you guys safe, and the communities that we go to safe. And so if anybody knows me personally, you know, I have this little imaginary hat that says Queen of Brainstorming, and that person over there is also the secondary queen of brainstorming, wherever my finger is. And so when you put the two of us together at certain times a day, when our brains are really fresh, all kinds of things can happen. And in a split second, we came up with a plan. Any what?
Even in the craziness.
Even in the craziness, sometimes better in the craziness, right? In a split second, along with our brainstorming and chatting with our partners, we came up with some awesome plans. So let's first talk about the different categories, right? So we already know social distancing, nose and mouth covering. And in this case, we also thought, because we always in our range require our attendees to wear eyes and ears. And we thought about those eyes and how they sit very closely, safety glasses, it's right there next to the moist part of your eyes. What can we do for the actual physical touch point? So Karen, do you want to share with us first?
I do. The mask part. So our friends at True Timber have donated every participant that goes inside the trailer. Now, this isn't a giveaway if you just come up to the trailer, but if you're going to come, and for all of those that understand, we have a mobile range in a semi-tractor trailer. And in that semi-tractor trailer, you can shoot a pistol, a rifle, and a bow. And so even if you've never shot before, or if you're an experienced shooter, it's a great opportunity. And so what we do is every participant that's going to shoot inside the trailer is going to get donated by our friends at True Timber and Bass Pro Shops a True Timber face mask, full face mask, like you would wear hunting. And so it comes up, oh, I should go get one. It comes all the way to here and down your neck, and it starts here and covers your head. So this whole entire, almost like a headscarf. And so that your entire face is going to be covered. And then what about the eyes, Christa?
So then we started thinking about the eyes, and we thought, what can we do? So we reached out to our awesome partners over at GSM. GSM has been a great team player with our ads this year, and they have a multitude of different touch points, right? So they cover a variety of product lines, and their Birchwood Casey line had safety glasses that were perfect, right? So also sign in. When you sign into the trailer, you'll receive a mask as well as eyewear, right? Those are yours to go home with. We don't want them back. They're yours. They have your germs on them. Please keep them, use them, and use them well, both at the range and when you're hunting. So we talked about hand sanitizer. When we announced to our partners that we were rolling out, we got an incredible, awesome, welcoming feedback. One of the messages Karen put out there was, hey, what about hand sanitizers? Hand sanitizer. Does anyone have a lead on that? Why don't you share what happened next?
Well, so our friends at Black Rifle Coffee came and they introduced us to a whiskey company, which is, I have to remember the name. It's Lead Slinger. Lead Slinger Whiskey.
Lead Slinger Whiskey.
And Lead Slinger Whiskey has donated 2 cases of individual hand sanitizers. So we will give individual hand sanitizers from them to each of our participants. And so y'all, you're going to get, if you're going to shoot in our trailer, just for shooting in our trailer, for us to help keep our instructors safe and you safe, you're going to get a face mask, a pair of protective eyewear that you can use later, and a little thing of hand sanitizer so that you can sanitize. Oh, by the way, I did a little Amazoning, and we have purchased non-latex gloves. So I don't know what the exact name is, but they don't have latex in them, but we have gloves as well. And so what's going to happen is, with our social distancing, we will have marked on the ground where you will wait. We'll have some people can go inside Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's and wait and practice the social distancing while shopping in the store. You never know. You might need a cute little top or something. You can go in there and shop, and then we will have you come out at a specific time. We'll have designated areas to wait to maintain our 6 foot of social distancing. And then when you approach this station, so we're going to do our demo area outside.
Oh, don't tell that yet.
Oh, why?
I'm going to talk about that next. I want to talk about that part next.
All right, all right.
So we'll move on to that. But Karen, at the beginning of this, before we start, I told you I could see the comments. And now I can't see the comments yet. So I'm getting ready to ask a question.
I'm seeing a ton of comments.
So
click
on my what?
Click on that comment box. That's very top.
No, I got one. It's not there. So we'll figure that out later.
Connecticut, from Jacksonville, Florida, Clarksville, Tennessee, Montana.
Great. So here's my question to everyone watching. If you've been to the trailer before and you've been in the trailer, you understand what it can be like. How many people can we put in a trailer? It's kind of like a clown car, right? So if you've been in our trailer, give us emoji, thumbs up, let us know you've been in there. And I want you to think about how could we make this experience with training and learning, a handgun and a rifle and archery, meet the government CDC social distancing guidelines. And so here again, our partners, they are amazing. When you come to the handgun side and the rifle side, you get a lesson in safety, plus the fundamentals of shooting, and then you get to shoot 10 rounds on each side. Karen and I had to think really far outside the box on this one. Because if we put an instructor and a student, an instructor and a student, and an archery coach and a student inside the trailer, and one of us other instructors has to come in, or if something happens, there's a transition of people, we are pushing the limit. We're really at 6. That's too many people for that space. So that creative thinking brain took off again, and we came up with a plan to move the training portion outside of the trailer. So we won't go into too many details, except what you need to know is we will be doing training outside of the trailer, and then you will enter the trailer with an instructor, one-on-one for the handgun rifle side, one trailer, one attendee, one instructor, and get to shoot your 10 rounds on each side. For the training on the outside, we had to have a handgun and a rifle that was very closely tied to the inside, deactivated just like our gun counter, right? That we could do the full lesson on the outside. And so we have to thank some partners on that too. Karen, you want to share that, or you've muted yourself because Chai Latte wants to talk?
Chai Latte is tearing down the door, I'm telling you. Yes, outside, our great partners at Glock have given us an extra deactivated pistol that we can use for our demo area. And so when you come up, the instructor, one instructor, so this is different too. A lot of times you get 2 firearms instructors. So one client would see a rifle instructor and then a pistol instructor. Now one client is going to get 1 instructor. And so you guys will pair off. You'll get your safety equipment issued to you that you get to keep. We will take the hearing protection. We're still working on some solutions for that. You never know what we might think of. But you'll get sanitized hearing protection. And then the instructor will walk you through the Glock pistol, and you will learn the fundamentals of that. And then you'll move on to the AR platform. And our friends at Springfield Armory have given us a Saint in order for you to get, can you guys hear Charlotte? I'm sorry, distracting. You'll get a Saint in order to learn the fundamentals on that. And then you'll go inside and you'll shoot our system firearms. And then we still have gun counter, and because we're going to encourage people to walk through that gun counter line with our instructor and see the variety of firearms from all of our firearms partners. You know, we have Glock, Ruger, Smith and Wesson, Walther, FNN, Savage, H&A, Colt. And so you have a plethora of firearms to walk through and see which one feels most comfortable to you. Which one do you have a sight picture on? Which one is the most easy for your situation?
Beretta.
Yeah.
My brain's clicking down the counter one at a time. Yeah. Which firearms are on the counter? All of those where you can actually try them on, essentially. Put your hands on them, understand the sights, rack the slide. Does my finger reach the trigger correctly? How does it feel? all of those, that gun counter will stay the same. We will have cleaning protocols in place, because Karen, you're kind of frozen now. We'll have cleaning protocols in place to cover that gun counter, to make sure everything's clean before each of us touch it. We will also have those gloves available. One more partner quick mention on our deactivated training area. We are also working, if you've been in the trailer in the last, it was before this year, I think. I've lost track of time. We have a red dot on our AR. It might have been, yeah. And we're working on adding that on the outside as well from Bushnell. So you can get that experience and learn about it before you go inside and have to shoot your 10 shots. And our goal is to keep our attendees rolling, right? To keep us moving. It'll be a new process for us when we first roll out.
Yeah.
Just be patient, please. Yeah. We work through the kinks. And we're already go ahead.
A little longer. And so we have already worked with our instructor staff, and they are so dedicated to giving you all the best experience that we've decided to stay in areas where we can, hey, that's not my house. You can stay late in areas, and we'll stay late in some areas if we need to, so that we reach everyone. We're working to set up a gun cleaning class that we'll do regularly. So as you wait outside in your designated kind of 6 feet space, we'll do Hoppy's gun cleaning classes where you can learn to maintain your firearm if you have a firearm. So it's really exciting for us in everything that we're doing, so that we give you a great experience, and we still practice all the social distancing. So now that we've got our processes all down, what we really have to work with, and what we're working through right now, is the state by state restrictions and the travel restrictions. Because since we travel, and I will tell you, since we travel so far, we've got to look at each state. Like when we go to get to Montana, our truck has to leave Alabama and go from Alabama through all these other states. And we have to look at each of those states and what their restrictions are. We have to think about where our truck driver, even though our truck drivers are always more than willing to stay in our truck to make sure that it's occupied, if they needed to stay in a hotel, or their hotels open along the route, or their food sources along. I mean, just so much to think about. So we're working through each of those states' restrictions, because every state is different. You know, we just traveled, my sister traveled from Texas to Illinois and now to Alabama. She crossed the line at Texas, and it was like going into a different country, because the attitude on the virus was so different than where she lives in a major metropolitan area. And so it's interesting for us. It's hard, you know, it's hard for us to understand what everybody's going through, since each situation is so different. But we definitely want to apply. And Peggy, I'm glad you like our gun training. That's great. Good. We're excited. We're excited to do that. We do a gun training class currently twice a show. So we do that. Oh, and you know what else? When you go to our gun training class, you get entered to win a Hoppy's gun cleaning kit. So
that's right. That's right.
So as we work through these state restrictions, I'm currently in talks with Montana government to find out what the exact restrictions are, because their guidance slightly contradicts itself, or I just don't understand it. It's probably it's one of those two. But we are so excited. So I think we've been on for 18 minutes talking about what we're doing. We're so excited to get on the road. Christa has some winners from our previous live, and we ask you all to comment, like, share our video, and share our travel plans. And we also, Christa did another thing to say, hey, post what you hear in the background, because we know that this sound picks up every little thing. So you've heard, I know.
I can think of 3 things now. We've had chai latte at your house. We've had Todd drilling a knife, and now we've had my 3 decide that the rabbit in the yard was way more important than sitting quietly. So post what the 3 things that you've heard, whether it's live and in replay, and that will make you enter the win next week, or this prize, the swag bag from this event. So we'll be giving away a swag bag. Yeah. And maybe if I can just, I'll do my best. Don't tell Karen, but I'll talk to her and see if she'll throw in one of those True Timber face masks. Maybe she'll do it just for this one time. I don't know. See?
I mean,
tried.
quite frankly, they're already in the trailer, but
oh well, it was worth a try.
But I can go get one. I can go get one.
So if you were on Friday, we had Chelsea Pettit, one of our archery coaches, on with us, talking about how to choose your first bow, or how to choose any bow, and the things that you might want to look for. If you were also on, you understand we had probably the biggest bit of internet challenges that we've had so far, maybe since the beginning. So Chelsea got stuck there all by herself. We were texting and messaging her saying, just keep going, close the show, we can't get back in. She did a great job. And so thank you, Chelsea. So from Friday, we did not get to announce Monday's winner, which was from Gun Totin' Mamas. All right. So last Monday, the winner of the Gun Totin' Mamas purse is Diana Nares. So Diana, I'll reach out to you and get your mailing address. And then from Friday, we have another Shoot Like a Girl swag bag for archery, and that is Joy Allen. So congratulations to the two of you. We look forward to connecting with you in the future, and hopefully we'll be in your town soon. If not, maybe we'll be close enough for you to come to us. So yes. Until then, last thing really quickly, as we roll closer to roll date, you might see our live schedule change. Just a heads up. As we begin to get where people are opening up, businesses are opening up, our live requirement is changing, plus our schedules are changing. Right now, we're tentative for tomorrow night. We may not have a live tomorrow night. We may have a live tomorrow night. Friday's live, it's going to be awesome. So, when there's really important things going on in the world and really awesome people, sometimes their schedules are busy, even if something like COVID-19 exists. And I've hesitated putting this out in the universe because I can't promise this will happen, even though I've got the tentative mark. Should I say it?
Say it.
Okay. Go ahead and to make sure you join us live on Friday, because right now, as long as the moons align, we're going to have Evan Haffer from Black Rifle Coffee on. Yay! And he is going to show us quick and easy way to make Black Rifle coffee right at home, or possibly out camping, or wherever you are on the road. So we're super excited that he's going to try to squeeze us into his very, 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 very busy schedule. And I hope you can be here to meet with him.
Yeah, I hope you can too, because I'm excited for that. That is the best coffee. As a matter of fact, I'm fixing to go make a new pot for my family and have some coffee. Yay!
Look, there's 4 things, 4 sounds.
My mom would say sounds by the end.
Okay, so we got chai latte, drilling a knife,
yep.
Frista's Crazy Dogs, and Mom.
Yep. And Tuesday night, tomorrow night, my sister, who is a PhD in education, is going to come on and talk to us about the students, provided she has good coverage because she's traveling back tomorrow. But she's going to talk to us about the students and the graduations. She's handing out cap and gowns on Wednesday to her students. And they're doing a different kind of graduation ceremony for her high school. But then also she's going to talk to us about some of the things that parents can do to help their students over the summer, as it's just nobody knows what the future looks like. And that causes a lot of anxiety. And so she's going to talk about some things that you can do while you're in this kind of limbo land to help your students and your children progress and still be successful when they return to school, whatever that looks like. So it should be very interesting. She's been an educator for, I think, well over 25 years. And she's been my go-to person. So my children are grown. But when my kids were in school, if I had any issues, I would call her first and find out, talk to the teachers, how I talk to the administrators, and how I help my student be successful. So it's going to be exciting. You guys, we hope you have a great day. Please keep commenting. We appreciate your support so much. And I will tell you that our partners are so thrilled that you all have been tuning in and listening to us. That's why they're so supportive with the prize packs and everything that we do. And because the noise is just getting too much, I'm going to say
Bye-bye. See you later.
Thanks so much. Bye.